This is what 37 years old should look like, okay, if you actually follow the health message. There are no filters here. It's late at night, and I've been working at Walmart, okay? I am the founder of Origin Foods. My name is Charles Bryant. I am under calm lighting right now, and I know how this must look. But this is not to talk about my looks or about the health message. For a moment, I just want to pivot to my little art film that people don't seem to want to take seriously enough. Garden Cove Produce, just so you all know, let's just be clear. Let me just ask you guys this. When have you ever seen a grocery store that has a piano at the checkout and sources nothing but healthy, local, farm-to-table produce, things that you can actually trust, and is sold by owners who actually practice that diet and actually eat the food that they're selling? It has murals all throughout the front of the building and some inside the building, and all hand-painted by a local artist that are tied directly to this health message. And it has a little table in the back that has affordable, discounted produce, and it changes. It's all based on what's available and what needs to be sold, and a bulk room and bath products, feminine hygiene products, just everything that you basically need to live a normal, healthy life. And instead of an entire tower of Loma Linda cans, just a little tiny section of Loma Linda cans, just to show dignity to the tradition itself. Where have you ever seen this? Did I forget that it had trees out around the front of the building? It had a little gazebo that you could sit and eat a sandwich, and it had a little, a gorgeous little produce stand out front. It was incredible. But do you know why it's not here? Not because it didn't work. Oh, and I forgot to mention my favorite part, by the way. You could go in there with like $10 and walk out with a box full of healthy food that you could actually trust, while all that other sensory stuff was going on. No, but it failed because people actually embezzled money from the owners. So it didn't actually fail us. It was stolen from us. We lost it. It was like a crime, basically. And that's what my art film is trying to show you, that this should be treated like a crime scene. When something like that, it just disappears, and then it haunts the community so much that the freaking building sits there for 9 years, haunting everyone. It's not because it wasn't something sacred. It's because it was. It was so beautiful that even after a decade of it sitting there abandoned, it still looked like it had just gone out of business. It still looked like it was alive. And we had a chance to save that, and instead of trying to save it, we threw it away. And that's all that I've been trying to do, was rescue something like that, bring it back to life, not let it disappear into oblivion, because something like that shouldn't be a forgotten memory. That should be normal. That should be a part of your community too. The fact that it's not even a part of this community anymore is a disgrace. And that's what we're here to correct. So whether or not the film resonates with you, that's what the point of it is. And the use of Balenciaga is because Balenciaga was the only fashion house that actually elevated trash to a high status, because it had to do not literally with trash, but it's a longer story about what resilience actually means and what it means to endure war. But in our context, in our little film, it has much more to do with directly challenging the city with, what did you think you were throwing away? Most people here think we just lost a store. We lost a cathedral dedicated to health food and vegetarianism through the Seventh-day Adventist health message. And there's nothing that stepped in since to replace it. So, hi, I'm Charles Bryant, the founder of Origin Foods, and we never forgot.